Hello and welcome to Worldwide Markets Daily Forex Wrap-Up. It is June 3rd, 2013. The non-farm payroll week has gotten off to a crazy start. We saw a lot of movement today with the dollar pairs. The US dollar, there was weaker than expected data, and Bernanke spoke at 2 o'clock Eastern, and numbers for US were not good, and that pushed the dollar weaker. We saw the euro touch above 31 briefly today, got up to 31.10, and you see that we pretty much hit this 38.2 retracement level before it started to pull back, and we're currently at 1.3072. I want to see it break this 31.15 level before I am looking to take long positions again. If you're able to catch this move today, on the upside, obviously you may want to keep your positions open. If not, you definitely want to be waiting to see if the dollar weakness continues throughout the course of the week. We do have a lot of news coming out all week, so you want to be paying attention to that. The other pairs that I want to take a look at is the dollar yen. Dollar yen's been pretty much a runaway for the US dollar until the last week or so, and we saw highs of about 103.50, and then we have since peeled off and dropped down to the current price of 99.50. So the only thing that you need to ask is whether or not this is just taking a break, or whether or not the dollar weakness has overcome the yen weakness. So what I want to do is just drop a quick Fibonacci on here. So some of this could just be profit taking, and mixed with the extreme dollar weakness that we saw today. So I want to see the 97 level. This is where it stalled the last time. If we get down to the 97 level, then I'll be considering reestablishing some short positions if we break through that 97 level, or if we get a bounce, then obviously we can look to to take some long positions again. So I personally think we're going to go a little sideways between the 97 and 100 level, simply because I think it's gonna take a break for a little while, but we'll keep our eyes open and focused on where this goes, and we'll keep you updated. Dollar CAD, same story as everything else. Extreme dollar weakness. Some of the levels that that we'll be looking at from here is pretty much where we're at, right at the 102.80 level. We're at that 23% retracement, and if dollar weakness continues, we'll be looking to ride this all the way down to 102. And whenever we look at the CAD, we always want to look at oil, and if we have weak oil mixed with weak dollar, that should also push the dollar CAD as well. And we'll take a quick peek at gold. Gold's at 1411. We were kind of hovering below 1400, but since broken through there in the last week or so. Right now, with the weak dollar, money flows out of the US dollar and into gold. I'm still not a believer in buying gold. That you may see some short-term moves to the upside. I still, for my personal comfort, I guess, I want to see this thing get into the 12s and kind of bottom out before we would reestablish longer-term buy and hold positions. But if you're intraday trading, pretty much feed off of what the Aussie's doing, what the dollar's doing, and see where where gold gets pushed. And today, dollar got killed gold saw a tremendous upside. So we'll keep an eye on this as well as the week goes on and see where everything goes. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your day and good luck with your trading.